In this video, we're going to do a quick breakdown of when to use a power turn versus when to use a punch turn. First, what is the difference? The big difference between a power turn and a punch turn is how much you drive your outside edge into the ice during the turn. In a punch turn, you really jab your foot out like an outside edge stop and quickly turn around it. You'll lose some speed while doing it, but it will be a tighter turn than a power turn. In a power turn, the player should maintain almost all of his speed as he leans into the outside edge without scraping the ice. Instead, it guides him around the turn. In both turns, the leg towards the outside of the circle should be extended out wide and a little bit behind the body. Also in both turns, it is very common to cross over right after the turn to accelerate out of the turn. In the punch turn, that crossover will happen sooner as the turn is completed faster. So why do we use each one? The power turn is used to power around players on the other team when you get a slight lead. When you're in a power turn position, you're in a great position to take contact and push past your opponent. I highly recommend getting to a power turn position when you know contact is coming. This position creates a solid wall with your shoulder. Meanwhile, your leg away from the hit helps to brace you. The leg nearest the contact point will be in a good position to knock away stick checks as you protect the puck off to your side. In this example, Ilya Mikheyev uses his speed to start going around the defenseman. As the D presses out to force Mikheyev off to the boards, Ilya gets into a power turn position and knocks away the stick check with his shin. In this case, he actually slid the puck under the defender's stick, but usually you would keep the puck out wide on a power turn, then bring it in front of your body after the defender's stick bounces off your shin guard. Conversely, we have the punch turn. In the punch turn, you are trying to avoid contact, usually by turning away from your opponent. In the punch turn, you'll see a good amount of snow get kicked up as the player punches an outside edge into the ice. In this example from the same game, Mikheyev just received a pass across, but has too much pressure coming from the inside to try to force his way to the net with a power turn. Instead, you can see the snow fly as he almost immediately uses a punch turn to escape from the checker and find open ice. In a punch turn, you'll usually put the puck to the inside of your turn as you quickly turn away from your opponent. This one gives him enough space to make a solid pass, which results in a game-tying goal. Strangely, Mikheyev didn't use a crossover after either turn. In the first example, he was already in on the goalie and wanted a solid base to make a move. In the second example, he immediately passed it, so he didn't need to gain speed out of his turn. However, most power and punch turns will use a crossover as a finish. In this final example from the same game, Donato tracks down a puck and immediately uses a punch turn to change direction and then a crossover to accelerate ahead of the defender. Once ahead, Donato uses a power turn to shield the puck, deflect the defender's stick off his shin pad, and get to the front of the net. He's able to stuff it home as the game winner in a 3-goal comeback. Donato and Mikheyev both made proper usage of power turns and punch turns to create 3 goals at the NHL level. There are a ton of drills to practice power turns or punch turns. Power turn practice can be as simple as protecting a puck as you power turn around a cone, or to spice it up a bit, protect the puck as you go around a coach who is trying to stick check you. To practice a punch turn, practice outside edge stops first, and then practice the punch turn by turning away from the cone, dot, or coach. If you want to practice the decision making, there's a very simple drill that will help you practice making the decision between a power turn and punch turn. In this drill, the forward with a puck starts by facing down into the zone, and a defenseman stands almost next to him, facing out of the zone. On the whistle, the forward will try to drive around the defenseman, and if he can, he should use a power turn to cut to the net and score his goal. If the defenseman is able to transition fast and cut off the path to the net, then the forward can use a punch turn back to open space and try to cut back across the ice. Anytime he gets ahead of the D, he should use a power turn. Whenever the D gets ahead of him, he should use a punch turn. The play continues until the forward shoots or loses the puck. This drill isolates the decision-making, but it can be incorporated into more complex drills in open ice like in the Mikheyev examples, or along the boards like in the Donato example. I hope you enjoyed this analysis of when to use a power turn versus a punch turn. Remember to come back for more system skills and drills here on YouTube or at hockeyil.com so you can hit the ice next game with more hockey sense.